Anyways, though, um, Buzzo, I love you. I don't want to send you a text message because it might fuck up the sound. Now then, I love you too, Buzzo. You already know, Cuzzo Buzzo. I fucking love the shit out you. Um, anyways, though, so that being said, though, from where I left off, the whole pre-recorded had to deal with that shit, but it's cool. It is what it is, right? The pre-recorded had to deal with that. Oh my lordy, lordies, that's crazy when you just go from hello, hey yo, it's the Gregorio Chronikilos. Hello. Okay, there we go. I can hear myself again. Yo, my nigga, I just need you to tell me, can you hear me? Is everything okay? Okay. As in, okay, not Illuminati. Because I think when everybody, I'm not no Illuminati. Let's get the fuck out of here. Everything okay? Can anybody hear me? You, that one person, if that's my Cuzzle Buzzle, let me know. But because I'm like checking okay, and it's like, oh no, they're thinking I'm throwing the Illuminati sign. Bitch, the Illuminati don't want nothing to do with me. They know I'm a loose lip sync ship ass nigga, but it really ain't fucking anything crazy. I mean, and not really. My dad didn't want me to tell no crazy stories, so he's like, hey son, you want keeping this one between me and you, or you and I? And I was like, all right, but just know, Dad, I love you, and thank you for telling me the story. And when you move on to the great sky beyond, just know you're gonna be looking down at me telling these stories, and you're gonna be like, no, no, what the fuck? So, but anyways, so I'm obviously thinking someone can hear me if they give a like. So now that MK Ultra, gay, I'm stupid, blah blah blah. Not stupid, but whatever, right? Whatever the fuck, right? We already know. Educated stupidly, learned doctors. Shout out to the Shrimp Louis, by the way. Shout out to the Shrimp Louis. Uh, yeah, I asked. Okay, so my wife let me know something, right? My wife was like, "Yo, dude, this fucking shit slips. It's like a goddamn movie. What the fuck, dude? This shit's never been greasy or dry, but now it wants to slip and slide. What the fuck? Slip, slide, dip and ride. It's an old song, but if you know the song. Anyways, though, my wife was like, a girl posted a thing and said, "Man, if I order my food and I get a beer, don't get your food and then order Meg's drink or a daiquiri." You know what I mean? And oh, my wife was like, "Can you? We can hear you." I don't. That's cool. I don't care. Obviously, everyone can fucking hear me, babe. My wife was like, "We can hear you." I was like, "Yeah, no shit. You don't think I can? I can't hear them? You don't think I can't hear everybody from this cracker fucking thin walls?" So these, what's funny is cracker thin walls with their white walls, but no, dude, these are the thinnest fucking walls, dude. I'm sure every grown fucking man in here, any man who's in construction, shit, even the old grandpa back in the day, he's cool. Grandpa next door, I was like, I'm sure this fool knows a thing or two about construction. I'm sure my dad, I'm sure too. Shit, these motherfuckers might know each other there, so they're around the same age range. But it's like, yo, when you know about construction and shit, you know about soundproof bearings and walls and stuff. And I'm sure they were judging the shit out of this house, this townhomes. Oh, because see, you guys see this dumb shit, but in the pre-recorded live, they see a nice wall and paintings and bullshit. But it's like, duh, come on now, you know. That's why your fucking parents needed, your mom and your sister need to fucking calm down with their clumpity ass steps, and our kids need to shut the fuck up with their goddamn crying. If we get a goddamn noise ordinance and shit. But I can hear everybody else too. The most quietest neighbors are the homies on the outside. But you know, I don't know. We all work different shifts. That's the crazy thing about it too. When you live in townhomes, you never know what anybody's shift is because you don't know about anybody other. You don't know about people's lives other than your own. Because we're all selfish people, not selfish people. Because we love the people and we're fucking not selfish to the people that we love. You know what I mean? But when you don't know, because all you're doing is just coming home and going to work and everything, no one knows. You know, it's like life is tough, especially now because everyone's trying to be cracker cutting and throwing everyone in together. You know, it's not like how it was back in the day. That's why I said bring back the lead paint and the fucking asbestos and the mesothelioma. That probably kept houses quiet. That's why women were getting beat back in the days and no one knew about it. Threatening my wife and shit. That's why women were getting beat back in the days, because the mesothelioma kept the fucking goddamn house beatings inside the goddamn house. That's why these ghetto niggas in the projects in LA and New York, they don't leave, because they're like, well, at least we can beat the shit out of our people. Oh my god. Whoo, 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 that's too funny. No, because everyone would hear that shit. I remember again, dude. Again, little story, and I know I've told it before, but like, we would be chilling at my cousin's house on a such and such street in Merced, California, and we could hear the neighbors fucking yelling and fighting. Baby, put that message back up. Don't delete that message, you pussy. I love you, baby, but all right. Anyways, but my wife put up a message on the live chat like, no, whatever, right? But yeah, she's like, no, let me redact that shit so he buys us food and feeds us. Joke's on you, joke's on me. I love my wife enough where she has full access to my bank account, pretty much. Aren't I a fucking MK Ultra idiot? You gave the bitch your money? No, nigga, that's pimping 101. You never give the bitch the access to the money. But here you are giving bitches access to the money. But that's my bottom bitch. That's my main bitch. That's my wife. That's not even my bitch. That's my wife, nigga. Come on. No, pimping. You never give your money. I don't know why I'm doing a pimp named Sleepback, but this is still Cat Williams. No, nigga. You never give your bitch the money. But George Jetson was a bitch ass nigga and let his wife take the wallet and gave that nigga $2. What did that say? Well, I mean, inflation, $2. The fuck? God damn it. I'm doing good. Diggs Q7Z. I don't know who this is, but I hope that's like J Diggs. Babe, I hope you fucking repost that message, because that would have been funny to read on the live or on the pre-recorded. That would have been very funny. But I love you, because you probably were like ripping my heart out. Then you heard me say some shit and you're like, oh. Because again, it's a podcast. I'm ripping, but I don't care. Whatever. When I get off of this goddamn microphone and everything, I'm gonna fucking beat my wife. Duh. My sister-in-law, uppercut. Mother-in-law, uppercut. Oh, brother-in-law, you want uppercut. Oh, father-in-law, he's gonna fuck me up. That nigga will fuck. All right, I'll fuck up everybody, but my father-in-law will fuck me up. My father-in-law will kick the shit out of me, nigga, and I'll put up a fight. But a fight is at least me throwing a punch or two, thinking I'm gonna do something. I'll even do the old, like I said, the take down, fake one leg, go for the other. But that nigga's gonna fuck me up. That nigga will fuck me up, dude. That's funny. But no. Whew. My wife even was like, why are you trying to start a beef to my father-in-law? He's like, why are you trying to start a fight or beef between me and my son-in-law? We're cool. Because he knows I'm a man's man. And I was like, dude, I pay for shit. I pay for the rent, and then, and appreciate my wife for everything she does. So he's like, all right, this jabroni. He called me jabroni all the time. This fucking jabroni. What is that jabroni doing? And you know what? I know what that means. What's that faggot doing? Fucking piece of shit. Faggot, bitch, jabroni. But I know that at least lets me know that man is a fan of the Italianos, or at least a fan of The Rock. At least he must be a fan of WWE, which is up my retarded alley. You know what I mean? But at least I'm decent enough to at least be respectful. Scusi, father-in-law, papi, suegro, blah, 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 blah. But nah, everyone's cool. But it is funny though that these walls are so thin, so I do enjoy that they can fucking hear the shit out of me, dude. They can hear the shit out of this. Even in the earlier podcasts, when I lived in the fucking last previous home, you don't think my wife can hear this shit? The neighbors maybe couldn't have, because the people back in the 90s had some common sense, but these niggas who built this shit in the early 2000s or the late 2000s, They didn't have no common sense. They didn't put no mesothelioma or asbestos in the goddamn walls. It was goddamn asbestos. It was the goddamn asbestos. Oh my god, dude. That's fun. Yeah, damn. I hope my wife buys food because she's having an off day, and I was like, yo, I'll just. It's a fucking. You have a fucking days when you wife cooks dinner every day, but then there's the days where it's femme for yourself nights. I'm down with that. But I also told my wife, I was like, well, how about you just spend a little bit of ching and get us a little something, a little 20 twin, nigga, rah, rah, yeah, we call this shit a little 20 twin, nigga, like, get us a Taco Bell, bitch, give me a, I wouldn't do that, bitch, give me a goddamn big large order of pizza and a fucking side of $5 fucking Taco Bell meal. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even say it like that. I'd be like, babe, you think you could please get me a fucking $5 meal and maybe 2 more McDoubles? I'm such a bitch. I'll be like, baby, you think maybe you can get me a little fucking maybe one more talking because I'm out of a bottle? Dog, I got still a fucking 100 proof bottle right here. If I'm out of this shit style for a talking, I ain't showing up to work tomorrow, nigga. I'm using that vacation day. The fuck? Oh, dude, I'm just riffing and griffing, dog. I'm a grifter. I'm a Candace Owens fucking JB Smooth. I'm riffing and griffing, but not Candace Owens. She would never do that. But again, Kurt Metzger always fucking throws me out like that bitch is a grifter, and it's like, oh yeah. Again, dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm just MK Ultra, and I'll just say it straight up. Shane Gillis did have it right. Like, dude, when you're just a regular ass dude, everything you hear is like the last thing you hear. Except for that liberal shit. I like that liberal calling a nigga a lib. Ooh, calling someone a lib is like an insult now. That's like the new faggot or fag. I'm gonna get back on that because that's why I brought it up because I got my handler right here. That's my notebook. That's why I'm riffing. But this still brings me back. You know what I mean? But but I'm just shitting on my wife and not really shitting on my wife, talking bullshit because they could hear me through these cracker thin ass walls and shit, cracker cookie cutter walls. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because I was just basically saying that only old niggas that do construction, like my dad and the fucking OG neighbor here, they just know about this shit, and we need more asbestos and mesothelioma. That's what allowed beatings to happen because it kept the houses quiet, kept the houses warm at night. Oh, and I talked about how pre-recorded hates this shit. Anyways, the live loves it, but pre-recorded, because the live's hearing this for shit for the first time. Pre-recorded already done heard it. Anyways, so I asked the dude, yo, when you go on a date with a chick, my wife tells me, a chick said, yes, let's restart, hold on, because it just jumbles up. And I hear myself, and I know that words sound like what I think I'm saying, but then I hear it, and it's like, oh, I said this word, but it came out like this, because I'm a little marble mouth like Shaq. Oh, we're going to get the ball. I'm going to dunk it. I'm going to break the glass. The game is over. Exodia. I win. Fuck. Anyways, so my wife tells me that a girl orders first, because yes, actually, I don't know. Hold on, real quick before I get to it. I don't know. No, you know what? No, I normally let the family order first and I order last. And because my wife says when I order first, I don't give a fuck about anybody and I'm just ready to go to the next fucking thing. So it makes sense you let the bitch order first. Bitch being the person that's not your wife. You know what I mean? Hey, Greg. Hey, chat. Hey, everybody. What up? Yeah. Anyway, shout out to the chat. But this ain't about the chat right now. But shout out to the chat. I'll get to you guys in a second. Give me like 5 minutes. Let me get through this fucking goddamn thing. I've been here for like 42 minutes already. Fucking 20 minutes trying to get to the next subject. But anyways, I go out with a chick. You go out with a chick that's not your family or whatever, because I let them all order first, and then Big Daddy orders last. Because if Big Daddy orders first, I don't give a fuck about anybody else. They're gonna go, but it's like, checked out, But I make sure everyone's good, and then me. That's what happens when you're a dad and a husband. You want everyone to be good, and you're good. Daddy gets it last, which is crazy, right? Maybe it's Mexican shit. I don't know. But when you're out with a chick, I think on a regular date, I'd be like, I'm going to have this, and a that, and a that, and a that, and whatever she's going to have, That's how I feel when it's just a date with boyfriend and girlfriend. But let's say the bitch orders first, right? Again, it's not your wife. It's just a bitch that you're dating who turns into someone, So the bitch orders first. She gets a dinner, and then she orders a beer, right? The bitch said, man, if I order my dinner and get a beer with it, then when you order your food, don't get a mixed drink or and by mixed drink, like a gay drink, like a fucking pina colada or a something smoothie cucumber mix, some fucking gay ass shit. I mean, a Jack and Coke or rum and Coke, that shit doesn't count. That's just a drink. That's a man drink, But I was like, yeah, duh, I'm ordering a beer. I'll order a beer because it's just a beer, it keeps it cool, keeps it light. Let's, all right, let's have some fun, but, cool, And I asked the dude that question at work, and he's like, I'll get a beer, just a beer. And then some fucking new guy comes up and says, huh? Well, I'll get whatever I want because I'm a man and I'm comfortable with my sexuality and blah, blah. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Everybody knows this shit, blah, blah, blah. Comfortable with your sexuality. You're a man. Shut the fuck up. That's not the fucking question, nigga. The question is, what the fuck are you going to order, homie? Now, the autistic guy, the autistic white nigga, that nigga answered correctly. Yes. Sorry, I say the N-word too much. But the autistic white man said this. He's like, well, I'm going to order the beer. And because he's autistic, and I allow him to be autistic, But hold on, the liberal dude, and I call him a liberal, which is a good insult, which is basically fag. But he's like, I'm a man. I get what I want to get. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. That's such a dumb, young, I'm going to impress you by saying, shut the fuck up. That's not the gosh damn fucking point, dog. And you're new. So shut up. Basically, you're a new dude. You shouldn't even be ear hustling in this shit. This is an A and B conversation, so see your way out of it. This is a A and B, so say the fuck out of this conversation, Jotito. Dumb soy to men having A and B conversations, and shut the fuck up, new guys at work. Shut up, new guys. Anyways, what up, you guys? Hi, John Jones. Heavyweight champion of the world. Light heavyweight, undefeated, undisputed. DC's dope as fuck too, though. But technically, cocaine, alcohol. Shut up. Anyways. So I was like, shut the fuck up, fag. Liberal? What are you, a fucking liberal? And he's like, oh, you call me that? And I like that calling people liberal is very offensive because you're a fucking bitch of a man when you call someone that. Or like getting the caller isn't, but the callee, the person being called that, like, I would never. But it's like, no, bitch, order a fucking beer. Even the homie D, who's like, nah, dude, normally I get straight up liquor, but you know what? I might get a beer just in time because you know what? I don't even drink beer, but it makes sense, Because again, he just knows. It's like, all right, And I was like, all right, cool. I'll even accept the double. Fuck it. I'm going to still order a double. But it was like, all right, cool. Because that's not the question. But it's like, all right, that's what's up. But the autistic homie broke it down. He's like, well, if she gets her food, and I love it because he's autistic as shit. It's fucking ginger autistic. Ginger autistic. The new ninja. He's a new ninja. He's a ninja. But anyways, he's like, well, if she's getting dinner and a beer, I'm going to get dinner and a beer too. Because a beer just matches the tone. We're going to have fun. Not too much fun. If I get a drink and get a shot or 2 shots or dope, it's going to pressure her to feel like, oh, he's going to get fucked up or we're going to get fucked up. Which is not what you want. So I was like, by God, you're getting too deep into it, but I would expect nothing less from your autistic ass. He's like, yeah, he's like, yeah. Just thinking he's like, yeah, I'm not going to get a fucking glass of water or a soda. What the fuck? But he's like, he broke it down. And I was like, yes, thank you. You know. So I was like, yo, bro, to the new dude, it's like, just shut the fuck up. And I've been there, dude. When you ear hustle, or you ease in on a conversation, you want to jump in. Dog, that's when I joined this job that I'm at. I just shut the fuck up, technically, or back in the day when it was a different job. But I just shut the fuck up and was quiet. I was like, oh, interact when I interact. You know, easing my way in. Uh, I'm not singing, dance, and doing my shit because it's just what I do. Not singing, dance, but like, you know, singing, dance, motherfucking rap, man, but word talking to the microphone, as they call it, rapping and fucking crooning. But I was like, bro, who the fuck are you, dog? Get the fuck out of here with your new ass. I'm gonna go to the OGs, or at least the new youngsters that are your OGs, and I'm gonna talk to them. But it's cool. He was cool. He took it right. He understood. It's like, all right, cool. You're not a fucking bitch. He didn't run to the fucking HR, run to his fucking mama, we all the fucking way home and shit. So it's like, all right, respect earned, you know. One thing I will not respect those motherfuckers that put nacho cheese and thank you, all reliable. Other than my left hand when my wife's passed out in the sleep, I will. Not. Shut the fuck up, mother. I just heard her say you're welcome. So I was like, that'd be so fucking crazy to yell out, shut the fuck up, you guys, I'm recording. That'd be fucking wild. I would. But anyways, I've said this countless times again. And the reason it reminded me of this is my uncle. My uncle was like, yo, there's a mac and cheese place where if you put like, they make 7 cheese mac and cheese, but if you put nacho cheese, chips, like Cheetos and Doritos, it makes it a 14 chip thing, some bullshit. But he's like, what if we add like lemon hot Cheetos and shit? And I was like, dude, that's disgusting. I hated kids in high school, and I know he was that nigga that did it. Sorry, I keep saying it. Not really though, but I know he was that fool that did it. Because I know fools from California, from fucking California North and South, from California West to fucking New York, Rhode Island's East Coast, and up and down North and South in between. Motherfuckers will get hot nacho cheese and pour it into a bag of lemon hot Cheetos or hot Cheetos. Oh, that drives me nuts, dude. I think that's the nastiest thing in the world, dude. When I see fucking, I don't give a fuck, any girl eat that shit. Any type of girl is just, ugh, you're disgusting to me. I don't give a fuck, you know. Same with, I've said this too, same with corn in a cup with mayonnaise and tahini. Oh my God, dude, I hate when people do that shit. I hate, if you're a guy or a girl and you're doing nacho cheese in a bag, I fucking hate you, dude. I fucking hate you so much. That's just disgusting. I don't know why. It's just, maybe it's a texture thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm an autistic shark and I'm just not liking it. I just don't like it. I just don't fucking like it or respect you as a human being. Oh my God, dude. As soon as my wife does that, it's a divorce. It's done. We've fought over bullshit, almost brinks, but we always come back because we truly love each other. But I see my wife open up a bag. She probably hears me right now. She's like, oh, well, guess what I'm going to go get right now? I'm going to go get nacho cheese and a bag of lemon hot Cheetos. Bah. Oh my God, I would fucking faint. And I'm not going to faint. I'm going to pass out like a fucking man. But before I pass out like a fucking man, my hand is going to come down upon thine's face like the fucking lightning strike of God. Fuck Zeus. He's a bitch. I'm talking about the one and only. What do you call it when you're a monotheistic God? And just know you'll feel the Lord, his son's power within it too. Oh my God, dude. But yeah, I just think that's just gross. Honestly, I just think that's just gross. You know. One thing that's fun though too, while I'm approaching the hour and still gonna have fun with it, the boys and I are doing the open mic night. Let's just get real with it. The boys and I are doing an open mic night in Boise, Idaho. So that's going to be very fun. Boise, Idaho at the Broadway Bar on January 14th, Wednesday. Sign-ups are at like 8 o'clock, 8:30, 8:30, I would say. We're running it, so we're there. We don't need to sign up. We're just gonna be there. But that'd be fun though. Fuck it. Did I make it to my own sign up? But it's not for us though, dude. Me and my boy were talking about that. Were we gonna kill Tony it and just let it be random, and we pull out the bucket and just go, even us, you know? And shout out to Kill Tony for that one, even though their comedians are not fucking funny at all. I don't think any Kill Tony comedians are funny except for like the Estonian assassin, and I forget his real name, which is crazy because I know that motherfucker. I actually do enjoy that motherfucker. Montgomery is all right, but even then, barely, not even. And that's a killer. David Lucas was funny for a minute. But again, when you're a roaster, you can only call a nigga gay so much, you know. I don't know. I don't know. You can only call a person gay so much, and then it's like, all right. And then say, I don't know, you know. But 3 minutes will do. 3 minutes will do. Time probably will do that. We'll set it up. But we were like, yeah, man, let's keep it even. Because again, at the Mad Sweet Brew Hall, the place we would go to, Mad Sweet Brew Hall, now closed, that was on Bannock Street in Boise, Idaho, which is closed because they didn't know how to do a lineup, or they didn't know how to just serve the American man's beer, Coors Light or Bud Light. I talk about it in another episode. But you shouldn't have your group of comedy people be your friends. I mean, like, we got our friends, right? But it's like we got our guys that we want, true, and I feel it. But it's like, all right, what's our list? What's our cutoff? You know, like, we can be dicks and be like, the only two niggas we can say for sure will be on is always me and my boy Aleko. You know, my boy is Simba, technically. It's Simba the God. I'm just adding the God. I've been wanting to add a Simba the God for his name the whole time. But it's a Simba. Because he doesn't want to be pretentious and a dickhead like that. But a Simba the God, I've been wanting to call this nigga a Simba the God just for the fun of it. You got Charlemagne the God. What about a Simba the God? Greg G the GOAT. Then Greg G the GOAT. A Simba the God and Greg G the GOAT. That'd be dumbass, wild ass fucking, what are we in, Def Jam or fucking whatever the fuck comedy. But I don't know, man. You know, how do we do it? You know, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the one person. That's probably my cousin Buzzo. But how do we do it? Do we just, even us, like, I just tell them, like, hey, let's do a Kill Tony shit. Us, everybody, whoever goes in, is just a bucket pool. And when we pull your bucket, you go up. You know, keeps it fair, keeps it honest. No one has to feel the pressure of being an opener, a closer, or a mid-act. Like, it's just open mic. Whatever you got is what you got. Pull out your phone, send it to your live, do it for your fans, whatever the fuck. And I kind of like that vibe, you know what I mean? Which is, what's our cutoff, you know? What's our cutoff? Is Wednesday open mic, or are we just going to go from 8 to close? I ain't going to stay to close, but my nigga will. He'll fucking stay. The CEO, my CFO, CEO, whatever the fuck, we switch roles in, but we're both CFO, CEOs of the goddamn company. We own the fucking company of our paid stuff. The open mic is open mic, but we run that shit technically. So it's like, how do we want to do it? Let's be fair, you know. Let's not let it be that. Let's not let it be just the fucking list, and then, you know, I don't know, you know, but it's pressure on that side. The open mic night shit, I'm just gonna talk about bosses being gay. All my bosses are gay. Not really, but everyone knows a gay boss. Shit, my dad's a gay boss. Oh yeah, my dad said he never did no heroin or none of that fag shit, but he was a boss, and everyone thinks a boss is gay. I know my dad will be like, yeah, that's right, I was a boss, and I was gay to my employees. Rapido, beaners, move it, mas, coriendo. How do you move it more running? What the fuck are you talking about, dog? No, my dad spoke Spanish, and he was good. He spoke Spanish because he learned from the family, but he'd be like, I would use hand signs and be like, you know. This is cool. That's just funny. But, you know, I don't know. I'd like to see my dad as a disrespectful boss, but I know my dad's like a really cool dude, so he'd be very trying to fucking, like, I'm gonna work with you. We'll figure it out, you know. No, it's a 9, not a 7. We'll figure it out. Call me back. It's a 9, not a 6. It's a 9, not a 7. I know it's the same, but Siete still sounds better. But by golly goodness, I'm having a great time. You know, it's very fun. I don't like that Levi Martin said, "No, you ain't ninja." Why can't you say, "No, you ain't nigga"? It's fine. You can put that on the chat, dog. I don't not allow anyone to say that. I mean, at the most, I don't like the hard ER, but even then, it's like I'll let it slip. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna say. I'll tell you, hey, whoa, whoa, take it easy. But even then, it's like, it worked for Joe Rogan and shit. So it's like, but I don't say it. Soft day all day. I preach, but hard R. And then again, when you're on the Greg G Chronicles, your family, this shit's the Olive Gordon. You know what I mean? Shit. Anyways, I'm gonna see if maybe I can switch it to the old Instagram again. I'm gonna give Instagram one more try. One more. It was gonna be diabolical. If I don't get to work, I'm gonna shut down the whole fucking goddamn program. Um, but yeah, shit. Nah, the live. I'll just bid y'all adieu. Later, live. Bye.